Sure. I play a character named Arthur Parkinson, and he's kind of the movie is kind of told through his eyes, just in the sense that he's the most relatable and level-headed character in the story. So you really see it all happening around him. He's kind of the pillar of the story, and everything is kind of, even though it's almost like two different movies, it's almost like Arthur's story and Kate Beckinsale's and Sam Rockwell's story. It almost all is, I don't know, everything affects one another. It's odd. It's almost like, because it's such a small town the movie, I'm sorry, it's such a small town the movie takes place in, and so everything affects each other even though they're not directly happening to one another. So that's kind of the tone you get throughout the movie. It's almost kind of haunting in a weird way. You feel like it's all subtly building to something and you're not sure exactly what it is, and then when it actually does happen, it's kind of hard to watch because you've really gotten to know these characters well. But Arthur, he is in the high school band. He plays the trombone, and his parents are getting a divorce, and he's an only child, so it puts him in a weird funk. He doesn't exactly know what to feel or what to think. But then he meets Lila, who's played by Olivia Thirlby, and they kind of, fall for each other pretty hard. But in the best and purest way you can fall for somebody else. And so there's that story, and then there's Kate and Sam's story, which is a tainted love, which is something that it's hard to watch because it's all rooted in love what happens, but it shows what, love can do to people sometimes, it's tough. And it's hard on people if you can't cope with it.
I was really happy that you and Lila got together in the movie. I was really happy about that because,
right.
As sitting there, and it is heavy and it's emotional, it's like, oh, thank God.
Right.
It's going to work out for you.
Yeah, sure. Or at least for right now, it's going to be okay. You know what I mean? That's the sense throughout the movie. And the movie's not a cautionary tale of anything, like, be careful, don't fall too hard, or don't do this, or don't do that. It's really just... It's just about people. It's just, certain things can happen to certain people, and it's the smallest things that can, change a relationship or change the feelings that somebody has for somebody. It's a really, it's just like a slice of life, the movie. It's really nice to watch at times, and it's also pretty tough to watch at times.
What was the most challenging aspect of this film
for you? For me, I don't know. In the middle of the movie and at the end, Arthur has to deal with some tough things that is pretty different from me. I myself, I come from a big family, and I have a lot of people around me, and it's the opposite for Arthur. He doesn't really have, while he has a best friend, while he has Lila, and while he has his parents, he doesn't really have that many people around him. So it was that a little bit. He's a different kind of guy. He's a little in his own head a little bit. He's a little not introverted. He's just a little meek, and he's just a little weary of everybody else. So to step into that, I guess, was tough. But it was really it was made so easy by David Gordon Green, the director, because the vibe he created on the set was so relaxed and so easy to work in. And that's just how he works. That's not specific to this movie. That's just the environment he creates. And so it was a tough movie to make because it was cold and it was tough stuff to deal with, but it was also made really easy because of David and because of the cast. Everybody was so much fun, and everybody had a great time, and was really glad to be there. Oh, thank you so much.